assignments over here, just like, and like our videos and... Do you want to learn how to manage your Zoho One application? Well, in these tutorials, we're going to show you exactly how you can do that and the most important ways to go about managing it. In today's tutorial, we're going to show you how to create groups in your Zoho One application. So let's log in and get started. All right, now that we're logged in, let's go ahead and head over to our settings tab over here in the top right. So we are back at the dashboard here. We want to go down to groups over here, and we're going to add in a new group. Now, a group is just a collection of individuals that can be associated to any given group. So for example, you could have human resources, you could have maybe a fund committee, maybe something else. And we are going to name it the human resources group, and it's going to be hr@demo2.clientric.co. So that's the overall email address. We're going to say all things human resources related. Now we can set that this is a collaboration group, so a user can belong to multiple groups, or it could be a department. So that means the user can only belong to one group. So for example, if you are part of the engineering department, maybe you're part of the marketing department, you can split it out in that way, and that's going to allow you to track it even better. So in this case, we're just going to leave it as a collaboration group because maybe we want different people to be part of the human resources group from around the organization. Maybe you have some managers, maybe you have some sales leaders, whatever it might be, that you might want to be a part of the human resources group, just so that they can maybe interview and be a part of those emails when they do come in if they need to. So we're gonna have the moderators down here. We're going to search for user 1, and members is going to be user 2. So these are the two users in that group. Because user 1 is already a moderator, we selected that user over here. We don't need to select them over here again as well. So let's just click add there, and that's going to create this new human resources group. Now this is also an email group. So if anyone were to email hr@demo2.clientric.co, if you do that right now, that it would go to an actual email address. So this is now a group email address for anyone who is associated with it. Now we have two users here that are associated to it, and then that is pretty much it for this group. Now we can also manage our email address. So just like any other user, we can add multiple emails to it to say that this is all part of the exact same thing, adding in aliases and things like that. We are allowed to do that. We can also convert this to a department. So if that were the case, we want to select myself or user 1 as the department head, and then we can convert it. So it's another way to go ahead and do that. We can also delete the group, and we also have conditional assignments over here, just like before, with the users and their access. So we can assign apps that way to that user group. And then we also have security policies. Right now we have a default policy, which is not configured. So we have to go in and configure that or add a policy. So we can go in, add policies. We do not have any policies right now, but we can also remove the group from policy as well. We also have mail settings over here. If we do want to decide on any of these items with its spam options, delivery options, email policy, we'll dive into this a little bit more when we get to the mail section. So keep that in mind. We also have notifications over here. So you can notify moderators when an email is held for moderation. You can notify an author when the email is rejected, notify moderators after an email has been approved or rejected, or suppress mail notification or member addition or deletion emails. So that's good to know as well. You just have some control over here. Then we have the anti-spam, which is filtered by email. So you can select specific email addresses that would not be spam. So these are whitelisted email addresses coming in that would never be caught. So keep that in mind. So we can filter by allowed email, allowed domain, blocked domain, anything like that. So emails sent from the blocked domain will not be delivered, and emails sent from the blocked email address will also not be delivered. So you can ignore that. And then we have allowed domain. So emails sent from the allowed domain list will be delivered. And then we also have allowed email. So email sent from the allowed email will also be delivered. So you can go through, you can add in allowed emails or blocked domains or whatever it is here, and that will allow you to control in a bit more granular detail about who can and who cannot send emails out. Lastly, we have access control over here. So who has permission to send emails to the group directly? Everyone, organization members, group members, only moderators. Most cases, you're probably just going to want to say everyone, but you do have the option to restrict it to organization members only, to group members only, or only moderators. So you do have fine granular control there as well. You probably won't need it, but it is there in case you happen to have to use it. So keep that in mind, and we can always add in more users over here. Again, there's a million ways to do things in Zoho, so keep that in mind that there's multiple ways, and this is how we'd add more users there as well. Now that's it for groups. It's relatively straightforward. We just basically created a new account, a new user, so to speak, and we can manage it directly like we can a user. It's just now a group and we can assign users to those groups. And I hope that's been helpful. Make sure you subscribe to our channel below. And if you are watching this, there are definitely other people out there like yourself, so be sure to like and comment, as well as join our other social channels like Facebook and Instagram. We're building an awesome community and we can't wait to see you there. Bye for now.